to do. I have so many things planned for you. We'll laugh and we'll play, we'll sing and we'll pray. I'll tell you a story or two, and we'll be friends, you and I. Yes, you and I and Jesus. I'm happy you're here once again. It's so nice to have you as my friend.
Well, are you ready to make our calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a fun thing that you can do at home. This is what you need. You need cardboard, and you need 3 colors of felt pen. I'm using black, blue, and red, and a pencil, scissors, and some Scotch tape.
My dad says that math plays an important part in almost everything we do. Sometimes math seems really hard, but if you keep trying, it makes sense.
That's true. You know, when I was a kid, I found math really difficult, and sometimes I'd get really discouraged because I found it so hard. But I'm really glad now that I kept persevering because I have to use it all the time, especially for teaching my own kids. You watch too, because this is something that you can make at home. The first thing you do is you cut 3 holes in the middle of your cardboard. Then you make 3 wide strips like this for your numbers. Next, you cut 2 narrow strips, and you turn your calculator over and tape them above and below the holes. Now, I already have my strips down here, so I'll just show you how to tape them. You put 1 piece of tape here. This is making a slot. 1 here and here. Turn your calculator over, and under the first square, write input. Under the second square, rule. And under the third square, output. Now we want to write the same things on our strips. On the first strip at the top, we'll write input and use the same color of pen that you did for the squares. On the second strip, rule. On the third strip, output. Now we're going to draw the lines on the strips. Slide your strip up through the slots. See how it says input and input? And then you get it just up like that, and then you draw a line right along the bottom. And then you do that for all of the strips. This way you'll have squares that are the same size as the holes so that you can put your numbers in them. On your input square, you write the numbers that you want to use. You don't need to put as many numbers on your input square. Now we need to go over to the rule. And on the rule, you put the thing you want to practice, like addition, multiplication, subtraction, or division. I think I'll practice addition this time. And then on your output square, you want to put the answers. Do you know what 7 plus 8 is? We'll write 15 in the output square. And I've already figured out all the other answers that I need, so I'll just go ahead and write my answers. Let's try one, okay? I'll slide my output along, and you tell me when I come to the right answer, okay? Watch carefully. Did I hear you say stop? You're right. 9 plus 5 is 14. Now you have a fun calculator that you can make, and remember, you can make lots of different strips with any numbers you like, and you'll have a lot of fun practicing math that way.
Can we try?
Sure, Shantae.
Come on, Sean. Okay.
You making it hard?
Try to guess, Sean. Oh, that's it. It's 12.
Good. Well, you guys can keep practicing. Amy and I are going to visit Danica and Ricky now. See you later.
That's 14. Good. There it is. It's 16.
Today we're talking about how good it feels to accomplish things that are worthwhile. You know, it usually takes a lot of practice and a lot of effort to make that happen, but it gives you such a great feeling. And that's what our mystery word is all about. Now, it's actually an easy one, but I think that because it's so easy, that might make it hard. So watch carefully. It has 8 letters, and the key word is going to come rolling in, and then the important letter will just pop right out into the important space in the mystery word. Hi, Rick.
Hi, Janice. Hi, Amy.
Thanks for inviting us over to hear Danica and Ricky play their violins.
Oh, you're so welcome. And the girls are really looking forward to meeting you, Amy.
Well, you are too, aren't you, Amy?
Yeah, I'm Holly Ray.
As you can hear, they're practicing right now. Why don't we go in?
Okay.
Danica, Ricky, this is Janice and Amy.
Hi, girl.
Amy would really like to hear you play something. I got some reading to do, so I'm going to be in the backyard. So you guys have fun.
Your violins look so pretty and sound so beautiful. Are they difficult to play?
Yeah, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. That's what they say.
How long have you been playing?
Since I was 3.
How about you, Ricky?
Since I was a little kid.
A little kid? Tell me something. Have you ever played before lots and lots of people, like at a recital or something?
Yeah, my violin class did that a couple of times. I got to solo. It was fun.
We sure would like to hear you play together. Wouldn't you, Amy?
Yeah. Okay, Ricky, let's play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star together. Okay.
That was lovely. 2 violins sound so nice together.
One violin sounds pretty good by itself, too. Listen to this. That's nice, Ricky. Danica, can you play something? Okay, listen to this.
That was beautiful, too. We better let them get back to their practicing now. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks so much for letting us come.
You're welcome. Bye.
So, Amy, do you think that if you practice that you could learn to play like that one day?
I hope so.
Me too.
Sure is worth it. You know, music is so much fun, and it's such a wonderful gift.
Well, thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for coming. Bye,
now.
Janice.
Bye, Amy, and don't forget, never be lazy, but practice and practice until you go crazy. Bye!
Bye! Excuse me, Dave.
Oh, hi, Janice.
What are you up to anyway?
Hi, Amy. Well, I noticed a lovely red-winged blackbird fly into your backyard, and I was hoping that I could get a good recording of its sounds for my collection. Hope you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. You're welcome here anytime.
That's great, thanks.
Why do you collect bird sounds?
Well, I like to make little films about nature and wildlife, and I need some good sounds to go with the pictures that are in the films.
Well, with all the different birds and animals that God has created, it must take an incredible amount of time and patience to get really perfect sounding sounds, in the right situation and everything.
Yeah, it does, but I think it's worth it because it's a lot of fun being able to recognize the different sounds that different animals make, and it's also a lot of fun to try and figure out, I wonder what they're saying to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, who knows why a hummingbird hums?
You better tell us.
Well, because it doesn't know the words. No, actually, the hummingbird's hum sound comes from its wings that flap back and forth like this in a figure-8 pattern about 80 times a second. Well, let's see. That's, if my math is right, that's about 4,800 flaps every minute.
That's a lot of flaps. I'm always amazed at the marvels of God's creation. And that was a quick calculation. Do you use math in your work?
You have to use quite a lot of calculations and math in sound and film, and it's pretty important. It's helped my work out a great deal.
Hey, look, Janice, the surprise is here. Come on, Amy, come on,
hey,
Sean.
let's go.
Bye, Dave.
We'll see you later, Dave.
Oh, bye, kids. Have fun.
Fix it up. Fix it up. We can fix it too.
Oh, good, we're all here. Dr. Neblett, as a doctor, you know that healthy people are happy people.
Right.
Well, I'm sure you spend a lot of your time helping people to become healthy and look after their bodies, right?
Right.
Well, as mechanics, we spend our time working with motors instead of people. And as of lately, we've been working with this motor, which has gotten quite sick.
Are you saying it hasn't been properly maintained?
Yes, but we repaired it and cleaned it all up, and now it's ready to run. Today we can show you what it is. Are you ready?
Sure, we're ready. It's a lawnmower. All right.
Lawnmower! How practical!
Yes, a lawnmower is a very practical tool for helping people cut their lawns. Let's take a lesson from this lawnmower. If you don't look after it properly and don't maintain it, within a short period of time, this lawnmower will break down.
That's the same with our bodies, isn't it, Dr. Neblett?
It surely is, Janice. Sometimes people think it's a lot of work to do the important things we need to do to stay healthy, like eating right and getting exercise. But if you take the time to do them now, then you won't waste time by being sick later.
Yes, that's so true, Dad. We have to spend a lot of time repairing this motor just because someone didn't take good care of it.
Well, Dr. Neblett, do you want to be the first one to try it out?
Sure!
Wow!
Mechanics know that in order for a machine to run well, it has to be maintained. God has made your body machine much more amazing than any machine. And best of all, He made rules for you to follow to keep your body running well.
My body is great, God made it that way, a self-contained machine. My body runs well if I treat it right, the most amazing thing you've seen, the most amazing thing you've seen.
Well, 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 what do we have here?
Today, we are going to teach you about your bodies and the deadly effects of nicotine.
Amy, can you please bring the not cool stick?
The not cool stick?
Oops. Let's try again.
Oh, I see.
Cigarettes are not good for you because they're filled with deadly poisons like nicotine. You should never start smoking, and if you have, you should try and stop right away. Charles, will you please help get the doctor ready?
Thank you, Charles. What have we here?
Wonder what they're up to.
Thank you.
Dr. Neblett, God has made you very special. This is your heart engine. It runs your body.
And these are your lungs. They help you breathe. God has put you in charge of taking care of them. Smoking cigarettes is a very poor choice because it will hurt your body.
Smoking cuts down the oxygen to your heart. And you can have a heart attack and die. And you can have a heart attack, die.
Smoking gets tar in your lungs, and you might get lung cancer.
Die.
Smoking hurts your skin too. Smoking breaks the elastin in your skin, and you get wrinkles quicker.
Smoking also gives you bad breath. It makes your fingers turn yellow.
Smoking cigarettes is a very poor choice because it will hurt your body. Now you know that we will never smoke.
No way! I don't like bad breath, I don't like black lungs, I don't like blue heart and yellow skin. I like clean breath, I like clear lungs, I like a strong heart and healthy skin. I don't like bad breath, I don't like black lungs, I don't like blue heart and yellow skin. I like clean breath, I like clear lungs, I like a strong heart and healthy skin.
That's what you've taught us.
Well, you kids are all good teachers.
I'll say, can you tell us something that we should do that would help our body machines run well?
You should drink lots of fresh, clean water every
I
day.
should be drinking in every way. Water, water. 6 to 8 cups every day. Water, water too.
You should get lots of exercise in the fresh air every day.
Breathe in, breathe out, clean air, is what it's about. Breathe in, breathe out, clean air is what it's about. My body machine likes to breathe clean, it doesn't like smoke, no way. 'Cause when I care to breathe clean air, my lungs will smile and say, breathe in, breathe out, clean air, is what it's about. Breathe in, breathe out, clean air is what it's about.
You should choose good natural food to eat.
What you eat, how much you eat, it all adds up to something. Exercise and happy thoughts, your choice means everything.
You should choose friends that will say no to smoking.
Would you like a smoke? No way! Come on, have a smoke. No way! I don't like bad breath, I don't like black lungs, I don't like blue heart and yellow skin.
And lastly, you should set goals for your life.
I can do almost anything I set my mind to. We can do almost anything we set our minds to. God gave me my abilities, He will help me plan to practice, work and persevere, then I will say I can do almost anything I set my mind to. We can do almost anything we set our minds to. We can do almost anything we set our minds to. We can do almost
You should set goals for your life, things that you want to do to make this world a better place. That will make you not want to waste your time and money on smoking.
This was great!
I'll say great presentation, kids.
Would you like a smoke? No way! Come on, have a smoke. No way! I don't like bad breath, I don't like black lungs, I don't like blue heart and yellow skin. Would you like a smoke? No way! Come on, have a smoke. No way! I like clean breath, I like clear lungs, I like a strong heart and healthy skin. Would you like a smoke? No way! Come on, have a smoke. No way! I like my body the way God made it. I like my body the way God made it. I like my body the way God made it.
Hey kids, you have just enough time to run outside and get some fresh air while we go watch the video scrapbook.
Come on, Jet.
Hello, Officer Nuttall.
Oh, Jan and friends.
Are you working or playing with Jet right now?
Right now he's playing, but believe it or not, this is good practice for his work.
You mean he works by chasing things?
Actually, it's a good description of his job, yes.
Would you mind just telling us a little bit about Jet's work and about your work?
I'm a dog master with the police force, and Jet and I are oftentimes called to help out locating people and illegal drugs.
So is Jet your co-worker and your pet?
He's both. He's a special part of my family. In fact, I call him my son, and he also comes out with me on each shift.
He's so pretty. Where did you get him?
I got him from the pound at 9 months of age, and through lots of training, loving care, he's become a very, very special family member and a reliable worker, in particularly locating illegal drugs.
But how can a dog help you find drugs?
Through his nose is a million times better than any humans, and through proper training, he's a great asset.
You know, maybe there are a lot of kids wondering what we're talking about. Do you mind taking a minute and explaining your work and, I guess, Jet's work as well to us?
For drug work, it's over an 8-week period, and the first thing we do is we fetch, and the dog has to learn to fetch. Once you've got the fetching part down, then you apply a denim bag with marijuana in it, and you throw the bag and you play fetch. You make it a game. When he bites into the marijuana bag, he gets the odor into his nose and he remembers it. And that goes with marijuana and hashish. When we get to cocaine, it's the same denim bag, but what happens, we use a chemical substance that simulates the odor, because if it's the real thing and he bites into it, he'll be dead in 3 minutes. And again, we play fetch with them, and then we progress to burying it in the ground, and we go deeper and deeper and deeper.
And I thought only kids had to keep on learning. May we please take a picture of Jet?
He'd love this picture taken, but how about I take a picture with you two girls about my dog?
All right.
That sounds like lots of fun.
Stay.
Hi, Jet.
Smile.
Wow, Jet, now we got a picture of you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, thanks so much for telling us about your work and about Jet's work.
It's been a pleasure.
See you later.
Bye-bye now.
Take your picture.
At the end of every day, it's so nice to think back about what you did. Simple things like practicing your math, helping around the house, or being cheerful are all important. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Looking back on your day, did you make someone smile? Looking back on your day, did you pray for a while? Did you finish a task? Did you learn a new song? What did you do in your day? Looking back on your day, did you try something new? Looking back on your day, were you honest and true? Did you help out a friend? Were you loving and kind? What did you do in your day? What did you do in your day?
Have you ever heard the story of the dead man's ear?
No.
Well, over 100 years ago, there was a man named Alex. He came from the land of Scotland, and he taught deaf mutes how to speak. A deaf mute is a person who can't speak or hear. Well, he got an idea in 1873 that he would make a machine that would transmit the human voice so he could get enough money to teach his students. Well, there was great excitement when he first started. He got some money from some very wealthy people, and he started to work to try to make this machine, and there was a lot of excitement. But none of his experiments worked. And after a while, those men said, "Forget it. That's a bunch of foolishness. You should just go back to teaching your students. That thing will never work anyway." But Alex was determined. He decided, I'm gonna stick with this. But he had no more money. What could he do? Well, he decided he would persevere, and he would move in with a friend of his called Tom. Tom was about 19 years old, and he had a job. Tom worked at a machine shop, and Tom would work all day to get money so that they could do their experiments. Well, they would work and work their experiments, and they began to use up all of his savings. had no more money. They were down to eating 1 meal a day.
That isn't enough for me.
Ooh, their tummies were growling. But they were so determined. They would work late into the night, and then poor Tom would get up in the morning, and then he would go to work all day. Then he would come home in the evening, and they would continue their experiments. But nothing would work, no matter what they did. One day, Alex said, "You know, what we need is to make something that could hear the sound, just like the human ear." Tom said, "Well, that's all well and good, but where are you going to get a human ear?" Alex said, "I'll find one somewhere." "I don't know," Tom said. "That's kind of strange to me." Well, one night, there came a knock on the door. They opened the door, and there was a doctor, and he had a bag in his hand. And the doctor came in and opened up the bag, and inside was a human ear that he got off of a dead man. Ooh, oh, they were so thrilled. But the doctor, he said, "Now, wait a minute. I went to great trouble to get this ear for you. What are you going to do with this thing anyway?" And Alex said, "I'm making a machine that can transmit the human voice over electrical wires." The doctor said, "Well, good luck to you." And so they kept on working, and they made a box, and they made a receiver just like that human ear. They kept on working and working for 2 whole years, and still they couldn't make it work. Well, one night, they decided they needed to move to a bigger place, and they went to where Tom worked, at the Charles Williams machine shop. So there was Tom in a room about 60 feet away, and Alex was writing a letter to his mom and dad in Scotland. "Dear Mom and Dad, we're here working at this experiment, and it's late in the night, but we figured that we needed to keep working because I remembered what my granddad always said. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. And I'm here in this room, and Tom is 60 feet away in another room, fixing up all these mechanical wires, and I have this mechanical receiver by my ear, and what's that? Twang, twang. I hear a twanging sound. It's coming from the receiver. Tom, come over here." Tom came running into the room. "What's the matter? What's the matter, Alex?" "I heard a twanging sound." "What were you doing?" And Tom says, "Don't get so excited. I was only hitting the transmitting key. I heard it. Oh boy, they were jumping up and down because for the first time on June 2nd, 1875, the first sound was transmitted over wires. But it was a whole year more in the spring of 1876 when for the first time in history, 6 words were heard when Tom was down in the basement of a house and Alex was up on the 3rd floor. 6 words were heard, transmitted over electrical wires. And those words were, "Watson, come here. I want you." Tom came up the stairs. I heard it. Boy, there was so much great rejoicing. All of that hard work. Well, who do you think that man's name was?
Alexander Graham Bell.
That's right. He was the one that invented the telephone. I am so glad he persevered and sacrificed to do that. And he made what is considered to be one of the greatest inventions ever made in history. Just think what life would be like without a telephone. It's something that we use every day to call up our moms and our grandmas and grandpas. It's the most wonderful thing. But it never would have happened if someone had not been willing to sacrifice.
Thank you, Dr. Neblett. Did you get the mystery word?
Yeah?
All right.
That's right, it's learning. Did you know that you can keep on learning just as long as you live? You can. Keep your eyes and ears wide open this week and see what you can learn, okay? We're looking forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.